Well, hello everybody. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. It is an absolutely beautiful day down here in Texas. And a little cold, but the rain has stopped. The sun came out. Life is good. So, hope wherever you are, things are equally good. I'm going to quickly share this on all the social media, but if you're watching this on replay later on, we're live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, as I wait for all the notifications to go out and people to come join us. We're live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, or right here. Jess or I are doing the core cutting Q&A, so feel free to join us at any time right here. Now, real quick, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV just to watch the shows you enjoy. All right, so I'm putting this on Twitter, I'm putting this on Facebook, but wow, people are already flying in. Martin, Ronald, so good to see you all here. Let me finish putting this on Facebook so that we can dive into your core cutting related questions. Let's talk the news, let's talk what's happening in the world of core cutting. Let's maybe answer your specific core cutting questions to help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. All right, so deleting this. So here, going over to the page. And this is the fun part. Seems like Facebook has been really slow again. It was slow, then they got fast, and now it's just running slow again. But all right, so wow, Sean, Judy, Barb, Christopher, Chris, John, Victoria, Reliance, NYC, YouTube Yoda. Wow, YouTube, however you say it. It's good to see you all here. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Alfredrico, thank you so much from DC Metro. I don't know if I'm the king of core cutting, but thank you so much. I am back. It's good to be back. I hope you all enjoyed hanging out with Jess last week. May see Jess popping up on the channel a little bit more often. As Core Cutters News grows and things happen, and I'm a little busier than I used to be. So, love to have you guys all, and girls, all give Jess as much support as you can. My mom is not having with DirecTV. It's going up to Studio. So JT says DirecTV is going up on his mom and trying to help her figure out to get local channels. We live in mountains and BBC and DVR. You may want to look at a live TV streaming service. If DirecTV is costing you too much money, BBC America is on several services. Local channels do stream on several live TV streaming services there. So JT, my recommendation would be take advantage of the free trials out there, subscribe, and see which ones offer what you want. Or Chris versus Luke just did a great job last week. That's great. All right, Ed, Luke, we got our new LG OLED 65-inch and love it. What version of what model do you know of the TV did you get? Those OLEDs are really nice. When is Hulu going to get the NFL Network? Your guess is as good as mine. No official announcements have been made about Hulu adding the NFL Network. So anybody who's saying anything about NFL Network coming to Hulu or YouTube TV is pure speculation. We've heard rumors on both ends, but it's pure speculation. Richard, did I read that right? You're saying negative 20 in Iowa? You know, there's a lot of new homes being built in Texas. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I grew up in Michigan. I fully understand that. Negative 20 days. I was talking to some people up in Alaska, though. I mean, negative 40 is just kind of not unusual up there. But that's a little bit much for me. Any news on AT&T and Roku breakup? With the AT&T TV app missing from Roku players. Nope, nothing new at this moment. We are watching that closely. We'll post updates as we learn more. Is the golf channel on YouTube TV? You know, off the top of my head, I'm not sure. Let me go look. I can tell you in 1 second. Let me go double check this. Oh, come on. Let's see here. Golf. It's loading. I'll have to double check. Anybody know off the top of their head the golf channels there? NYC, happy to hear that post about the the optimum price hike is helping you. Hopefully, it helps them save some money. All right, the Golf Channel is on YouTube TV. Golf Channel is on most services, including Sling, Hulu, AT&T TV Now, YouTube TV, and Fubo TV. So those are your options to get the Golf Channel. Can we buy a DVR and use it instead of a cloud DVR? No, there's no official DVRs that record streaming. It actually violates the terms of service of most streaming services. I think the Mohu Leaf 50 amped antenna living in Midway. Yeah, that's a great antenna. If it works for you, great. Here's the thing about antennas is everybody lives in a little bit of a different area. So a lot of people like to say, hey, my antenna is best or that antenna is the best one. What they're not realizing is it may be best for you, but where I live, it may not be the best. So keep that in mind. JT says we're debating between Hulu and YouTube for live TV. I would recommend trying both YouTube TV and Hulu with live TV. They offer free trials. Take advantage of them. See which one fits what you want. Why did DirecTV Now screw the service so badly? AT&T made a deliberate decision that they just didn't want to mess with that field anymore. They decided to go a different direction. Is the tennis channel on YouTube? Let's find out. So I'm going to share, this is earlier, it's a little dated, but still pretty good. Here is a big, massive chart. Tennis channel is on YouTube. The tennis channel is available on Sling, YouTube, and Fubo TV. I think there's another one there that may have added it. Can you put a indoor antenna outside and have it work? Yes, it will work, but not all indoor antennas are rated for weather. So you may find yourself facing corrosion, rust, and that kind of stuff hitting the antenna and reducing the performance of the antenna. But yeah, I mean, the outdoor antennas are usually larger and they're usually hardened against weather. I was wondering, what does the merger between Sprint and T-Mobile mean for cord cutting? Well, hopefully it means another home internet service. So T-Mobile has said they're going to launch a home internet service based on their 5G network. It's currently being tested with about 50,000 T-Mobile customers that are offering about $50 down, unlimited data. Now they say when 5G comes, the speed on it will be considerably more. We'll see how that plays out. Rugol, I hope I say that right. Thank you so much for the nice comment. Keep your questions coming. How are the cord cutting apps customer service? I think a lot of them are good. Of course, different services offer different customer service. You know, customer service from Amazon, Netflix may be very different from a service that has, it's a very tiny service and just a few people working on it. What do I think of Friendly TV? I actually love it. My in-laws got YouTube TV after PlayStation Vue shut down, but they really wanted the Hallmark channel. So we added Friendly TV to the lineup. It was still cheaper than PlayStation Vue, so a pretty good deal. Rob, I'm glad you enjoy these so much. Hello, Robert. What is everybody's normal internet run? That kind of varies widely. The real thing I'm excited about is in 2020, we may actually get real competition in internet to drive down the price. Fingers crossed. Luke, last year, DAZN announced they're going up to $20 a month in March. I haven't heard anything about that changing, but I haven't checked into it anytime soon. So check that out. Do you know what locations they use to test their internet service? T-Mobile, all over the country. They seem to have little pockets of people here, there, everywhere. Should the WWE network be an add-on for an existing service? It could. They're reportedly in talks with companies like Amazon about bringing the WWE network to their platforms. We'll see if that happens. JT says, we're currently subscribed to traditional DirecTV satellite, Hulu Plus, Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime, including with Amazon Prime is Boomerang and DC Universe. That's a lot of TV. I would encourage you to maybe review that. Are you really using that much stuff? Could you, for example, drop Boomerang this month, binge watch DC Universe, then drop DC Universe and switch to Boomerang and go back and forth to save money? That's a lot of content. I think most people may not be able to get full use out of. Where can we get a list of all the apps available, such as you have with the background border video? I don't have a master list. There's over 100 some streaming services out there, and I don't think there's probably some I don't even know about. So I don't really have an entire list. Oh, you're not too late. We just started like 10 minutes ago, so don't worry about it. You haven't missed anything yet. Question, do you know when the T-Mobile internet service is going nationwide? We don't, but now that the T-Mobile Sprint merger has been approved, they say it's going to happen. I'm going to hold them to that. All right, keep those questions coming. I really want to hear from you all. All right. So here's a question for everybody. What are you watching right now? Football, NFL season's over. The new Mandalorian show is over. What are you watching right now? What's a good show on a good streaming service? Leave me comments. Anybody watching Picard? I have watched the first few episodes. I'm actually an entire season behind on Discovery, but I've been watching Picard. Can I cut the cord using a 50 gigabyte hotspot? You will burn through that pretty quickly if you're streaming video every day. Just keep that in mind. Video uses a decent amount of data. What are my thoughts on satellite TV? I mean, it's fine. You know, you run into the fees and taxes and device rentals and all that kind of stuff that cord cutting doesn't have. So keep that in mind. Nature. XFL, yeah, I watched some XFL over the weekend. Not a lot because I was traveling, but did catch some on the plane. Surprisingly good football. I really enjoyed it. Family Guy. Hogan's Heroes. That's a good option there. What channel is carrying Hogan's Heroes right now, OTA? College basketball. Yeah, I'm going to be watching that. Watching Michigan basketball as soon as this is done. Have I ever... Okay, here's a question. Richard asks, Luke, have you ever gotten a notice from Facebook from the fake news checker saying that any of your posts are fake? No, not to my knowledge. I've never seen that pop up. But I think that's a pretty new service. Though we work really hard to be accurate in everything we do. Not saying we're perfect human beings and we don't make mistakes. We sure do. But we work really hard. So hopefully we never get flagged as fake news. Problem with fake news, though, a lot of that's in the eye of the beholder. A lot of that's personal opinion. So we'll keep an eye on it. Will HBO include HBO live channels? It will include HBO content. I believe live too, like what you would get with HBO now. We'll watch it. MeTV, 9 p.m. Central has Hogan's Heroes. I got MeTV, but I'm usually not watching TV at that time, so I'll have to check it out. Maybe set the DVR to catch that. All right. What's going on to happen with the existing WWE Network subscribers if they merge into Amazon or another service? Your guess is as good as mine. They have announced that they are looking at options to move the service over to another platform, but they haven't said what that means for current subscribers. My guess would be at one point they'll just say, hey, your subscription's ending here. If you want to continue, you have to move over there. Thank you, NYC. Do try to be positive. You know, here's my rule with negative news. Negative news always brings in high viewership. More negative you are, better the viewership is, which I believe is why cable TV and a lot of other places have gone heavily negative. To me, I mean, there's always the doomsday argument. There's always the everything is fine argument. But the truth here is somewhere in the middle. Somewhere between doomsday and everything's fine is the truth. Sometimes the truth is a little bit closer to doomsday. Sometimes it's a little bit closer to everything is fine. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But always take that with a grain of salt. Always remember, negative news drives page views, which drives revenue. Which app has A&E? This little chart here will break down all the different channels out there. When is ATSC 3.0 add-on going to be released? It has not been set a release date other than they intend to have it in a bunch of markets this year. So we're going to watch this very closely. What do you think about the new free streaming service Peacock from NBC? I love all things free. I don't think, here's my thoughts on it. There's nothing wrong with some free content there. So we're going to have to watch it, though. Once I get my hands on it, I'll be able to tell you more. All right. Cox Cable in December. All right. So if you have a question, leave me a comment. We're doing this typically for an hour. I see a lot of new people here seeing the notification. Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, we're live for about an hour or so, answering your cord cutting related questions. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's Jess. You may see Jess on the channel a little bit more as my work and everything is going to keep me a little bit busier. So Jess may be filling in more often, but we're doing our best to be here every week to answer your cord cutting related questions. All right. How can I watch the Memphis Grizzlies game? I'm not sure what network that's on, but there's a lot of sports networks out there streaming with cord cutting. Luke, what do you think of the upcoming CBS Viacom streaming service? We'll have to wait and see. So CBS Viacom is reportedly going to be launching, according to CNBC, a new streaming service built on CBS All Access that will have a free tier and then paid tiers. Very similar to Peacock. Very similar to a lot of other services out there. Sounds like Pluto TV will be the free tier, and then you could add in a content from other Viacom platforms on top of it. We should know next week. Reportedly next week they'll be announcing it, and we'll be watching it very closely to try to cover everything there. Any word on if Fubo or Sling will bring back Fox regional sports networks? I would assume that they want to. Will they? The price will have to be right. People just don't seem to be willing to pay what Sinclair wants for those services. Does Viacom own CBS? CBS and Viacom merged into a new company called Viacom CBS. They were one company until the mid-2000s, and then they split into two. Now they're back into one. Funny how things come full circle. Will Roku keep growing bigger? Well, we'll find out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Roku's earnings. I do expect us to see Roku's growth continue. So I don't see any reason why that wouldn't. Is there a factory reset where you can lose all your download apps preferences? Quick question. Fire Stick. Oh, I was looking for the device. There is a reset button on it, but if you go into the settings, you can do a factory default reset where it will wipe off your account, wipe off all the apps. If you're selling your Fire Stick or Roku or any streaming player or giving it away, I would always wipe it that way. I'm thinking about dropping my basic cable with Spectrum and going with YouTube TV. What do you think? Cost about the same. Take a look at the channel lineup. Okay, you say they cost the same, but do they offer the same amount of channels, the same amount of features? YouTube TV offers a free trial. My recommendation, try it out before you cancel cable TV. See if it works for you. Martin, thank you so much for being a subscriber to the Cord Cutters News YouTube channel. That $5 a month donation really does add up and goes a long ways to help us, so thank you. All right, keep those questions coming, everybody. Oh, let me jump back. Accidentally exited out of the screen that shows me the chat. Let me go back to that real quick. Hi, Luke. I have a 43-inch Roku TV 1080p since 2017. The TV runs slow. Yeah, those 2016, 2017 Roku TVs are a lot slower than the newer models. If you want, just plug in a Roku stick in the back of it. I had a 2016 Roku TV that finally died on me just this year. Actually, it died when we moved into this home. I think the movers were rough with it and dropped it. But man, when I got a new Roku TV, so different, so much faster, so much more powerful. The newer Roku TVs, I have the new 2019 6 series in my living room. Really good quality, much more improved than the previous models. Does Amazon plan on offering a live TV service including locals? According to reports, Amazon actually looked at that at one point and decided against it. After experimenting around with it, after playing around with it, they elected to not use it, to not do it. Basically, their argument was they couldn't get a good enough deal to make it worth it. Do you think we're going to see more TV streaming plus music bundles? Yeah, I think we're going to see more bundles. I think we're going to see all kinds of stuff as cord cutting is really taking off and people are trying to figure out how to properly monetize it. So we're going to keep a close eye on this. Is Google Fiber Internet any good? Yeah, it's good quality internet. So if you have an option of it, I would definitely consider it. See if it meets your needs. Luke, why does networks like ABC, NBC, Fox require a cable login? Because they want you to pay, but you can use streaming services like YouTube TV and others on most of those apps also. Here's the reality of it. If they gave it to you for free, would Netflix, Hulu, and others pay for the rights to stream that content? So they do give you a lot of free content. There are free content in the NBC, ABC apps, etc. But some of it's behind paywalls in order so that they can go and sell it to Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. If they gave away free online, Netflix wouldn't be paying for rights to stream it on their Netflix streaming service because they'd be like, why should I pay for rights to offer it here when somebody can go watch it for free on your app? So that's why they charge for that. What's the difference between 4K broadcasting compared to 1080p broadcasting for broadcast TV? So currently over-the-air TV is in HD, standard HD. Most TV is not in 1080p. I know a lot of people like 1080p. Vast majority of TV is 720p, if that. But the new 4K over-the-air TV service is coming later this year with a new standard. Will offer 4K streaming there, or 4K free over-the-air TV, I should say. So that's the difference. When is AMC coming to the Hulu Live? Your guess is as good as mine. No one has officially announced that as happening. Yeah, a lot of people like to ask, when's this channel coming? When's that channel coming? Right now, there's to my knowledge, no announced channels coming to different live TV streaming services. That hasn't already been announced. Do you see a company making a stick dongle with ATSC 3.0? We are already seeing dongles appear with ATSC 3.0 abilities where you can turn existing TVs or streaming players into an ATSC 3.0 compatible device. At this moment, though, those are mostly developer kits. They have had a few they said will hit markets. They've announced that they'll have like 10 TV models with ATSC 3.0 built in by the end of this year. Fire Stick or Roku, the better of the two. I think they're both great. 99% of the time, they both have the same apps. And when it really comes down to it, the app looks the same on Roku as it does on the Fire TV. My recommendation, pick out whichever one you like. I don't think you're going to go wrong. A few years ago, I would have said, hey, this particular streaming player or this particular streaming device had apps that the others don't. But now that's not true. Hey, Jason, thank you so much for being a subscriber. I really appreciate it. So thank you. Those little donations really help. Sorry, I had to do one thing. AMC is on a lot of streaming services, including YouTube TV, Philo, Sling, and more. Why is YouTube TV not carrying the History Channel? Because the more channels you carry, the more money you have to charge. Thanks, Jason. I really do appreciate it. It really does help us. I just bought an OLED TV. Yeah, those TVs are really nice. Hey, Chris, I've answered that a few times. There is, you cannot get just AMC on an app. AMC is not a standalone service that you can get right now. So you can get through something like Sling TV and more. All right, real quick, I'm going to play a quick 15-second ad or so. Hang in here 15, 30 seconds. We'll be right back. This allows me to pay the bills. Jason, thank you so much. I'm really happy to hear we're helping you break free from the high cost of cable TV. All right, for everybody who is not seeing the ad, thanks for being here. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And hopefully I can help you break free from the high cost cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. So thank you so much for that. All right, so we're just going to wait a few more seconds, wait for everybody to come back. I always wonder, YouTube never really explains why some people see the ads and other people don't. It's kind of weird. But everybody's back. Yeah, I did watch the XFL this weekend. I actually enjoyed it. I caught a little bit of it as I was flying back. It's really weird that Wi-Fi on flights now is fast enough to stream YouTube TV and other, YouTube and Hulu and all that. And I was doing that. On my way out, I streamed the latest episode of Picard. On my way back, I streamed some XFL on a flight. It's just mind-boggling that you can do that nowadays. Yeah, it's not 100% perfect, but I think it only buffered like one time or two times on the entire flight. And it was like a 3-hour flight. Oh, what good OTA do? Los Angeles is actually one of the best markets for over-the-air TV. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to get every single channel, but this idea that you can't get over-the-air TV in 3/4 of Los Angeles is just not true. I've been in Los Angeles. I've used an antenna in Los Angeles. I've used an antenna in New York City. And yeah. All right, keep those questions coming. If I don't answer your question, re-ask it. Sometimes I'm answering one question. There's almost over 250 people here. So as I talk, a couple questions scroll by and I miss them. When is Starlink? I think that, are you talking about SpaceX's internet service? SpaceX's sometime this summer, it will go live to everyone. Is Disney Plus better than Disney Now? They're a little different. Disney Now is the cable login. Disney Plus has a ton of additional content that Disney Now does not. Will ATSC 3.0 have Dolby Vision and Atmos? I know it has better sound. It does have Dolby Sound, Atmos, I think, but I don't believe it's Dolby Vision, though. All right. Any advice about staying with DirecTV if using AT&T fiber network? No, I mean, run the numbers. If you think that's a better deal, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I think you're wrong. I think you could save a lot more money by going with cord cutting and shopping around for your home internet. But do whatever works for you. There's really no wrong answer there. Will NBC app be rebranded as Peacock? That is the question of the hour. Will they just rebrand the NBC app into the Peacock app? Your guess is as good as mine on that. They have not said. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, I'm having an issue with my LG OLED TV. I would call LG for that issue. That sounds like something that you should reach out to the manufacturer for. Does every country have an antenna option? No, some countries actually have shut down their over-the-air TV. We're pretty lucky in the United States. I know Europe has really good over-the-air TV in some countries, and other countries it's hit or miss. What's the lifespan of a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? I got one that's over 7 years old, and it's still working fine. I have a Roku HD. I plugged it in just to see if it worked. It still does. So really, if you're careful with them, I've only ever had one Roku break, and that was actually the Roku I took with me when I traveled. And I think the constantly connecting to the TVs, removing it, throwing it in bags, throwing it in suitcases, I think that finally did it in. So that's the only Roku, though, I've ever had break. And I have like 40 some Roku Fire TV, Apple TVs, etc. Gary says he loved the show last week. Jess did a great job. Yeah, look for Jess to do a few more of these from time to time. Fast Pass says he lives in California. He's getting 155 channels. You got me beat. I'm getting 47, and I thought I was pretty lucky. Oliver says his Roku stick is 4 years old. All right, keep those questions. Will LTE internet be more mainstream? 5G internet is probably going to be what is more mainstream. I know some services out there are like T-Mobile have been doing beta testing with LG internet, but the final goal here is for 5G internet there to offer home internet. I would agree. Broadcast TV fees on any provider are ridiculous. All right, keep the questions coming. When will YouTube TV change the channel guide on devices like iPad? Your guess is as good as mine. They rolled out the new one to the website. I don't think I've heard of it coming to any other devices at this time. All right, ditch DirecTV. No internet options in New Jersey City versus Comcast. Hopefully, as we see more wireless options from like Verizon and T-Mobile and SpaceX and Amazon, you will soon have options. Do you see Philo raising their prices? Well, I know they dropped their lower end plan, but I have not. Where have you seen them report that they're raising their price? Let's see here. Still seeing it in $20 on their website. Let me look at a few places here. I'd love to know. Somebody said that Philo was raising the price. I see no complaints about that on social media and nothing there. So somebody let me know. Where are you seeing that? You see price hike on Philo? Because I just looked. I don't see it. Why is AT&T continuing to raise the price? They want more money. I have a Roku Ultra that's not working right. Contact Roku. They got pretty good customer service. What's the deal between Dish and Fox Regional Sports Networks? Sinclair now owns the Fox Regional Sports Networks. They want more money than Dish is willing to pay. That's what happens. Yeah, I see absolutely no signs that Philo is going up in price. The only thing is they no longer offer the $16 a month plan. It's all on the $20 plan. All right, keep those questions coming. Got about another 20 minutes. We're wrapping up, so 20 more minutes to get your questions in. I'm thinking about switching from Philo and was just worried. Yeah, there's been no evidence, no talk, no nothing about potential price hike. Is satellite internet a thing? There is satellite internet right now, but it's very high internet, very high orbit, very slow. There's new, smaller, low Earth orbit satellites that are coming out on the market that offer far better speed, far better, latency and all that stuff. Amazon, SpaceX, and others are building out their networks to do that. So, new and improved satellite internet is a thing that's being worked on. Will there be more news channels? Yeah, there probably always will because it's profitable. Okay. All right, get your questions in. We are in the central part of Texas here. Hopefully, though, the rain's done. I'm kind of over rain. I want the sun to come out. It's supposed to be in the 70s down here on this weekend. What's the best streaming stick to connect to Wi-Fi? Roku does that. They have a great ability to connect to dorm rooms and Wi-Fi's that require you to sign in. What is the best that past that? Ooh, that's a good question. What's the best streaming stick that connects to it? I can't remember. Does the Fire TV allow you to connect to hotel Wi-Fi's, etc.? Somebody leave me a comment. Let me know. Yeah, Locast is free, but they will pester you for a donation. Mike, I don't believe I've seen your question. There's about over 250 people here. So, Mike, re-ask your question. I'll do my best to answer it. You know, if you had asked the question there, I would have seen it, so I complain. 87 degrees in Florida? Sounds pretty good to me. I could take that right now. Is Sinclair going to rename the Fox Regional Sports Networks? Probably. I would expect them to. What are your thoughts on AT&T TV and their contract? Doesn't sound very cord-cutting. AT&T TV has a 2-year contract, fees, required devices, and that kind of stuff. It's basically just cable TV done cheaper by streaming. I'm very interested to see if this is successful, but I wouldn't necessarily consider it a cord-cutting service. Are those huge satellite dishes still a thing? Were they back in the day? Yes, but they don't get as much content. Most of that content's now encrypted, so you can't just get it free like you used to. Hey, Mike, I've seen your question. There's almost 300 people in this room. I can't scroll back to find your question. Repost your question, or I won't be able to answer it. And that goes to everybody. If I don't answer your question, repost it. The chat's flying as I'm answering one question, like I'm talking to you right now. Maybe your question is skimmed by and I didn't see it. So re-ask it. Saying, oh, he's not answering my question. Well, if you'd asked at that time, I may have seen it. What's your favorite baseball team? Grew up in the Michigan's probably Detroit Tigers. Not much of a baseball fan, though. AT&T is the same price as DirecTV, Ronald. It is the same price. So, will 4K TVs work better with an outside directional antenna? I mean, outdoor antennas will always be better than indoor antennas. Thank you so much for those nice comments. I really appreciate it. Is Dish Satellite TV going to disappear? No, I don't think Satellite TV is going away anytime soon. Because there's a lot of people who live in very rural areas that's really their only option. Will it continue to shrink? Probably, yeah. NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV could happen. Reports are, we know the NFL's contract with DirecTV is coming to an end soon, and that YouTube and Amazon are some of the bidders for it. I was not a member of the Corps of Engineers, but my wife is, or was, and that's an appreciation for some work I did there. All right, keep up your great comments. About 10 more minutes or so. I think I'll call this short. So let me know. But yeah, a lot of new people here. Really great to see so many people. Do you think there may be more Pluto TV-like services in the future? Yeah, well, there's Peacock coming, which would be very similar. I do expect free services to become more and more popular. We're seeing it right now as the fastest growing segment of cord cutting. Always happy to help. Received an email from DirecTV for being a loyal customer that 2020 NFL Sunday Ticket Max is on us. I think that may be their final season. So I think what's happening here is they're just giving away their final season to you to try to keep you. I grew up not far from Kalamazoo there, Jason. It was up close to the Grand Rapids area. If AT&T TV fails, will that be the end of AT&T? No, it won't be the end of AT&T, but could severely hamper their plans for that. Really, if AT&T TV fails, AT&T's plans for their TV department could go up in shambles. They may sell it off, to be honest with you. I don't know, but we'll see. Our current TVs being sold at 3.0. A handful of newer 2020 TVs have been announced at the 3.0. They'll say they announced at CES that 10 models will be carrying the 3.0 standard by the end of this year. $97 for 200 down is a bit much. Hopefully, as more and more internet options come out in the years to come, that price will go down. Any word on Major League Baseball's blackouts? There's been talks that the Major League Baseball bought back the rights, but at this moment they've made no announcements about blackouts. All right. Hey, Luke. No doubt you have a Where's Jess? We want Jess to be back. Look for Jess to be on the YouTube channel more often, as I do a lot more and deal with everything happening. Look for Jess to hang out on YouTube a little bit more often. Any new features 3.0? Nothing new we haven't talked about. Better sound, better picture, better reception, that kind of stuff. Will YouTube TV, will NFL Sunday Ticket come to YouTube TV? Could happen. The bidding rights for it are coming up, but no word on what the pricing will be or what services will get it. I'm calling Uma Tello here too. I do have an Uma phone system, OOMA, for our office. We use it as our company phone system. Very, very happy with it. So I would say yes, I would recommend it. Is that TCL TV? Yes, it is a TCL Roku TV. It's just a 43-inch standard, I think, 5 series Roku TV. Will cord cutting expand in Canada? Yes, cord cutting is kind of expanding worldwide. Kind of the rest of the world's kind of catching up to where America is. Will we be doing the podcast tomorrow? No, but I'm hoping the podcast comes back. There's a time issue here, folks, just to be honest with you. Do you know who has MSG other than Fubo TV in Buffalo? AT&T TV, don't they have MSG? Or is that Sling TV? Somebody help me out here. Will Core I think I answered that. Has Verizon given any indication when they'll roll out home internet? They already have home internet in a few towns. They say they plan to really start expanding the rollout of home internet in the second half of this year. So later this year. Let's lay some Plex. They launched their free streaming service. Beyond that, not really a lot of anything there new. All right, keep those questions coming. Really great to see so many new people here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. John says, I want to know if the Tableau DVR would work when ATSC 3.0 comes out. They said they're looking at all options for it, and they said they may have some ATSC 3.0 news next year at CES, but right now, no, nothing. What's your thoughts on Frontiers Communication? They're definitely struggling. If I remember right, that's the group facing bankruptcy right now? Or is that another one I'm confusing them with? So we'll see what happens. Will T-Mobile phone prices go up with the merger? They say they're going to go down. We'll see what happens. John says it's been a year and a month since he cut the cord on cable TV and he's never going back. So how about you? How long has it been since you cut the cord? It's been about 7 years since I did it. Kind of crazy to think about. Really crazy. All right. My husband is using a Fire Stick with YouTube TV and Netflix in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I mean, Netflix works outside the United States. So when my wife was working in Korea, she brought Roku and it worked in Korea. Now, the content you get will be different. Six weeks, 4 years, 3 weeks. A lot of people with different ones out there. Prices going up, up, up. Year and a half. A lot of new and old-time cord cutters here. I'd love to see that. Especially G Money. Congratulations on cutting the cord earlier this year. Great to have you here. Darren, I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for those kind words. I really appreciate it. Will HBO Max have Turner Classic Movies? They may have some. All right, 9 years. So far, I think Josh is the winner and the longest. Reggie says 5 years and never going back to cable TV. Yeah. I read online a study said less than 10% of cord cutters go back to cable TV. What shaver do I use? I'm actually need to shave it, but I use a razor blade. Why does Optimum keep raising the prices? Why do all cable companies raise the prices? They want more profit. And the prices that they have to pay keeps going up. Do I recommend upgrading your internet? No, I don't. I actually recommend you just start low. Remember, you can always raise the price of your internet. It's harder once you get a high internet price to lower it. Doesn't work that well. We switched from AT&T U versus Spectrum recently, and AT&T not willing to fix the line. Yeah, shop around. Don't be afraid to switch internet providers, get the best deal, or get a service that's working better. For non-gamers, if you don't care for sports, you don't care for news, check out something like Philo. Not a bad option there. Or Friendly TV. Can you access YouTube Premium? Some YouTube original content is included with YouTube TV, but like the commercial-free stuff, if you want no commercials on YouTube, no ads, you have to pay for Premium separately. I do agree there are so many options for cord cutters. Don't be afraid to try them all. Have a free trial here, a free trial there. Just try them all and see which one works right for you. There's really no right or wrong answer. All right, everybody, few more minutes and we'll wrap this up. But real quick, a special thank you to everybody. I really appreciate all the kind words, having everybody here week after week, seeing the same people. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Thank you for your time. I'm unbelievably blessed to have all your support out there. Thank you. Will MLB be free on YouTube TV, YouTube this year like last? I'm not sure if they're going to have any free streaming games on YouTube this year. They used to be on Facebook, then they went to YouTube. We'll see how it plays out. I'll have coverage over at cordcuttersnews.com as we learn more. Do you think we'll see the Weather Channel on more streaming services? New owners have the Weather Channel. It is available on Friendly starting at $5.99 a month. We'll keep an eye on it. All right. Have you heard that Electrico may offer air? I've not heard of that in KAH. We'll keep our eyes on it. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate those kind words. I appreciate everybody's kind words. Are you concerned with the safety of 5G? No. There's no evidence of anything there. I know there's YouTubers out there that'll say stuff, but take all that with a grain of salt. 5G, that principle has been around for a very long time. Thank you, Kevin, Les, Gary. Really appreciate those kind words. Have you heard that Amazon Prime Fire Stick may be offering Yes Yankee games? We have heard that, not necessarily for free, but we'll see that Amazon may be trying to partner with them to offer streaming. We'll see how that plays out. We had a story a while back about that, so we'll watch it closely. No, the weather. So somebody was asking, isn't the Weather Channel owned by IBM? The weatherchannel.com is owned by IBM, but the Weather Channel TV network is technically a separate company owned by a completely different company out there. So keep that in mind. All right, everybody, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm fighting the end of a cold and my voice is just starting to go. So a little 10-minute cut here, but thank you everybody for your support. Thank you for your kind words. I'll be back tomorrow with another cord cutting today. Really, really do appreciate it. Jess will be on here more often, so make sure to feel her welcome right at home going forward. I thank you all for your support. We will be back here next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So keep that in mind. Quick question, do cord cutters typically change internet? I would always recommend you're evaluating the cost of your home internet to see if you should be switching to a different one. I often bounce around to get the best internet deal, so keep that in mind. I hope you all take care. Thank you all for your support. I'll see you real soon. Take care, everybody.